As many of you find ways to protect yourself in public, some folks might be putting you in harm's way by littering. Tourism has taken a big hit during COVID-19, and agencies are focused on helping their local businesses instead of seeking out travelers to come into their communities.
Showers and storms move back into the mountains tomorrow. I'll have those details now at 4:30.
We are just about 30 minutes away now from Governor Andy Beshear's daily address to the Commonwealth. Already today, though, we are hearing of more cases of COVID-19 here in eastern Kentucky and across the Commonwealth. As we all do our part to help slow the spread of COVID-19, practices like social distancing could be helping in the battle against other illnesses too, like the flu. For the third week in a row, flu numbers went down in the Commonwealth, the same period of time that social distancing has been at the forefront of people's minds.
I think we're probably seeing some impact of the social distancing, but also this is a time of year where we see it tail off anyway. But the thing to throw in there as well is that we're testing a ton more right now than we typically do. With the hand hygiene, the social distancing, all of that stuff will impact other infections on top of just coronavirus.
Dr. Stanton says the data shows that Kentucky is flattening the curve, especially compared to states like New York. But people need to continue to follow these steps in order to continue the progress. Let's take a look at the latest map of Kentucky. There are now confirmed cases in about 90 of Kentucky's 120 counties, and you see some new counties are red today. Health departments in both Knox and Whitley counties reported their first cases earlier. And a short time ago, we learned that the case in Knox County involves a Barberville police officer. Well, we take additional steps to keep us safe from the coronavirus, but could those steps not be as beneficial as we think they are? WYMT's Madison Pergram has more about wearing masks and gloves.
Here recently, we've been taking additional steps like wearing masks and gloves into public places like gas stations and grocery stores. While these are preventative steps for combating the coronavirus, but only if you use them correctly. If you drive around, it is likely you will see gloves laying around in parking lots. Scott Lockard, Public Health Director at Kentucky River District Health Department, says this can simply put others in danger.
What we're seeing is people are wearing gloves and they're touching multiple surfaces. They're doing multiple transactions with that same pair of gloves. So those gloves have just become cross-contaminated with germs. And then if they touch their face or do anything with those gloves, they have not given themselves any added level of protection.
Now, on top of taking off your gloves accurately, not to spread germs, also leave an additional bag in your car so you can put the gloves in the bag, tie it up, and dispose of it correctly in a garbage can. Now, this is all so these items are to your benefit and to not endanger others. For now, in Perry County, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
We'll have more about the importance of using personal protective equipment later on at 6. As the coronavirus tightens its hold on the U.S. economy, the stock market has certainly felt the pinch. The market finished down last week for the third time in 4 weeks. As a result, retirement funds and 401ks are taking a hit. While scary to some, wealth management advisors say the market normally corrects itself, and 401ks are supposed to be long-term investments.
Don't panic. The 401ks and IRAs are designed to be long-term investments.
Norville says the worst thing someone can do right now is take a total distribution. Kentucky businesses that depend on tourists are having to be a lot more creative. Tourism officials have shifted their focus from attracting travelers to finding ways to help local businesses. As WYMT's Phil Pendleton reports, a lot of that has resulted in some businesses operating in completely different ways.
Tourism is all about getting people to come to your destination, but that's pretty much come to a standstill. But tourism is finding a way to continue.
They haven't stopped with their tourism businesses, but they've become a really creative and important resource for their entire communities.
Visit Lex has used numerous videos on their Facebook page to help advertise everything Lexington has to offer.
The creative aspect of letting people know and reminding them of what is out there to be visited when the time returns that they can do so.
Many tourism agencies and convention bureaus across the state are funded by hotel taxes, and most hotel lots are empty. I know hotels are really hurting, so what are they doing to stay in business?
Helping in marketing hotel rooms as telework locations.
If someone can't work from home or another location, could they rent a hotel room for a week or more?
To create that opportunity for people to have those away from the office and away from home locations.
Hotels are being used by traveling physicians or nurses who need a more isolated place to stay. All in all, it's just using a different mindset to get through this.
And taking a bad situation and saying, okay, what is the most we can make of this?
In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say tourism was not included in the stimulus bill recently approved, but they hope additional help for them will be coming from Washington.
It's been another nice, warm, and sunny day here in the mountains. Get out this evening and enjoy it, because as we head into the next couple of days, we'll see some strong to severe storms move back into the mountains. First, we'll go ahead and take you to some of those cameras to show you those gorgeous conditions outside. Plenty of sunshine as we look along Interstate 75 over in London, and as we look up into Stonecrest, seeing a few of those clouds here and there. And we'll continue to see that mixture of sun and clouds as we head really into the next little bit. And looking at satellite and radar, not a whole lot today, maybe a few stray showers. You can see mostly down into Tennessee, maybe a little bit into Bell and Harlan County, but I think most of those have stayed in Tennessee and over into Virginia. Those temperatures very comfortable today, the low to mid 70s, upper 60s if you're looking closer towards Moorhead, even upper 70s if you're looking down towards Williamsburg. Now, we have declared a severe weather alert day for tomorrow and possibly for your Wednesday, as strong to severe storms are expected to move in and stick around for a little bit. You see all of us in that slight risk. Remember, that's a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. We'll talk more about the timing and impacts of tomorrow's stormy system coming up in a little bit.
All right, Paige, thank you. A fire early this morning in Corbin destroyed the inside of a restaurant during what firefighters say could not have come at a worse time. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds is in Corbin with the latest.
Now, I talked to firefighters that say they responded to a fire shortly before 2:30 here at Yamato in Corbin. When they got there, there was heavy fire in the back of the building and smoke damage throughout the entire building itself. As soon as firefighters got there, they had to break several doors to get inside. They also had to cut a hole in the roof to get as much heat and smoke out of the building as possible to protect those trying to extinguish the fire inside. They managed to contain the fire to the back side of the building. Of course, now there is water damage on top of the fire and smoke damage.
Obviously, we all know about all the businesses being shut down for in-foot traffic. This is a bad time for anybody, especially, there's a business like this that's really, popular in the city. And now they've lost pretty much everything they have inside the building. So, it's a bad time for them for sure.
Now, thankfully, no one was here when the fire started and no one was injured in putting it out. And those firefighters stayed here until about 4:30 this morning. For now, in Corbin, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
The exact cause of that fire is still under investigation. Coming up on Mountain News at 4:30, we'll take you inside of a factory shifting its focus. See how they're working to make ventilators that are in high demand.
And we're going to see stronger storms move in tomorrow, and as we head into the next couple of days, we have a big cool down in that 7-day forecast, and I promise sunshine will return pretty soon. I'll have those details coming up in a little bit.